The prediction is when you're creating an event funnel, you're gonna have a video usually of the funnel, you're gonna have a little details about the funnel, and then you're gonna have a button to immediately take action to either register for the funnel or buy it. Then it's gonna be who's showing up, when it's happening, a bunch of testimonials, and possibly some free things that you're gonna get just by coming. Are you guys ready? I don't even know what it's gonna look like. I bet you this is what it's gonna look like. Ready? Can you no be wrong? Get your tickets and a video. Look at that. With the dates and everything, Logan. And look, it's in Nevada. I literally did not predict this. And look, oh, look who's coming. So they technically are all built the same exact way. And oh, look at all the testimonials and all the reasons why you should show up. And look at all the special guests that are coming and more supporting it, all the different people, everything that they're going on about. Look at this. And then buy, which is something at the end. Notice how this is all man. So there's a lot. And notice there's also a price at the bottom. And if I view this inside of a phone, video, tickets, you guys see, so I'm preaching from the choir, right? So as I go this, I'm going to do the same thing. Got in here, this button will go all the way to down the bottom. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to my pre-built sections. And again, if I ever wanted to pick an event, honestly, this is a pretty good one. I would come in here and it's going to be partners. Yeah, perfect. A partner section of all the partners that are going to show up. Then it's going to be, some people that are going to show up. We'll put them in headlines in the little boxes that you saw. Actually, this one will probably serve a little bit better. So let's drop this one in here. All right. Or actually, this will be nicer. All right. And then who it's for, because you're a cool guy, this is going to be for you. A massive call to action area. And notice I keep switching the colors just to make it super colorful and interesting to look at. Look at that. I'm building a funnel in less than a couple of minutes. You would go in there and do it all there. And then at the end, add a very legal footer that avoids me from getting sued 20 different ways. So, and testimonials. I want to add testimonials. Boom. And then last but not least, maybe another call to action, guaranteeing awards for who, list, partners, product. Oh, they can choose a plan. Let's say there's only two. There's VIP and something else. And then they have their form at the bottom. We're going to have it in a pop-up. So that's going to be the only difference. Okay, so I sort of kind of built you the sections of what it looks like. Oh, the only other thing I got to add on the pre-built is go back to the footers. Where is footer? Boom, there's your footer. All right, now if I come in here, get instant access, I want this to open up a pop-up. And in the pop-up settings, add a row, one column, and then do a one-step order form. And I can put in the order form here. I'm going to not hide the company name, but hide the shipping. And there you go. I'm now able to take whatever else. Now, because I'm a live event, where to stay, flight information, all that is going to be super important. So what I'm going to do is, and all my buttons need to go there. So instead of saying get into access, it'll like claim your ticket now, you get super advanced. Again, I want to make sure that the button goes to the pop-up. Yep. Pop-up. Yep. Pop-up. Yep. And this will go to the pop-up. Yeah, these are all pop-ups. Fantastic. And in the pop-up that I have, I want to make sure that this goes to the next page, which it does. On the next page, oh, I totally didn't save that, but that's okay. You guys get the gist. If I come over here, I add a new page, and this is going to be live event. Thank you. If you have a VIP upgrade, you can put it on the second page, completely up to you. And this is going to be TY for thank you. And I'm going to give this a hot second. And I'm going to use create from blank again, super easy. And come over to pre-built sections. In this, I usually have a nice thank you that I'll put in the main page. I now have a support. And I can have my logo. The second is going to be all the information of where, how to get what flights or whatever else. So I'll probably put like a list maybe of like what hotels do whatever else. And then again, I'm just going to add a quick little footer. All right. And now I have the thank you page. And again, you can make the thank you page whatever it needs to be. But usually when you're doing a live event, it's usually what day, how to get there, the hotels, what to come with and everything else. A little video thanking you with instructions of, hey, make sure you book this hotel and do this thing and so forth and so on as you see fit. Hey, we want to interrupt this video for a quick little minute to just let you know that I hope you're enjoying this video. We want to thank you for being here. But more importantly, we are hoping that this content helps you do whatever you're trying to do inside of HighLevel. We also want to let you know that you have options to get additional help. We offer a $197 a month VIP coaching program that includes 4 days of office hours, first come, first serve with Andy or myself, where we go in and we answer any of your questions that you might have live with the group setting for other people that are also working in HighLevel. We also have a VIP group where we answer questions directly one-on-one with anybody posting in that group to give you the absolute best support. It also comes with a bunch of other features, including our funnel brick system, our little mini course, and more importantly, a couple guides that'll help you through this, and also including our SOP library that we use for pretty much everything inside of our agency. So thank you for this quick little minute, but more importantly, go back back to the video, get whatever you need. And if you have any questions that we can answer inside the video, just drop a comment on the video and we'll make sure to answer whenever we get a chance. And now back to the show. All right. So that's basically kind of the funnel in a nutshell. I wanted to go through kind of quick because I want to focus a lot on the funnels and automations, right? And again, you would go in there and design and make it pretty, make it look like this, or hire somebody to make it look like this. Okay, cool. So this is all said and done. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to automations. Now, actually, before automations, we're going to go to opportunities because I want to plan out what my opportunities is going to be like. So I'm going to go to pipelines. I'm going to create a new pipeline, and then this is going to be live event. All right. So the first one is new registration. Okay. Again, I apologize for my spelling, but you guys are going to have to just watch anything in mind. That's what it is. New registration. Then we're going to have countdown to event. Okay. Then you can also have it if you're upgrading to a VIP, upgraded to VIP. You're going to have it there. Countdown to event, during event, and then you're going to have post event. Okay. We're going to just make that super simple and then just kind of go from there. Now, for anybody that's been watching anything of mine and how I build, I usually leave this up because I want to see the automations I have to create. So I'm going to duplicate this. So I leave this up so I can keep the order in my head. And what I'm going to do is go over to the left-hand side and go to automations. Go in here. I probably have a ton of folders. Let's see. And I'm going to create new folder. I'm going to call it 12. Live event. Okay. Now in the live event, first automation is new registration. Okay. So I'm going to start from scratch. Remember, for this is a live event. So I'm going to put L in front of it. 01, new registration. And again, it's paid. So I'm just going to label it paid because again, some of them people might be registering for an event for free. I'm going to come into the new trigger. I'm going to go to payment received. I obviously don't have a product. I would have to create a product. That would be the registration, but we can actually do that too. Do I have a new event? Nope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel. I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to create a very false product. So go to payments, go to products, and I'm going to create two products. First product is going to be live event. Okay. We're going to charge $97 for this event, one time only. And I'm just going to hit save. I can write a description, do all that later, but I don't really need to. And then I'm going to create another product, live events upgrade, or just VIP upgrade. Okay. This is going to be $197. Okay. Save again, back out. Now I have two products. Now, first, if I added the products here, what I would do is I would go to sites. Inside of sites, I would go to funnels. I would go back to my events, go back to my live event. And for anybody that wants to know how do you add product, now that I created those two products, I'm going to add them in here. So I'm going to add the first product, which is live event. All right. And because I'm going to have it on the same page, I want people to choose right there. Sometimes people, like I said, will do it as an upsell, but I'm going to add the live event and the live event upgrade all in the same place. All right. So they can either choose one experience or the other. Now I go back to my automations. Now that I've added the product, go back to my event, which I think was 12. Beautiful. This is, by the way, the reason I number is so then I remember where things are. So now I'm going to create the starting trigger is only going to be activated when I actually physically collect the payment and it's successful. So global product is live event. I'm just going to label it live event because I have two products and I'm going to do the payment status is successful because I don't want to give them anything if they have a failed payment. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create the other entrance. Well, we can do that here. Payment, and I'll say received. I'm going to add a filter. Come in here, go to global product is live event upgrade. Payment status is success. Okay. Now, because I have two pathways, okay, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create an if else because I wanted different things to happen based on it. I'm going to say live event is one path. So if the workflow trigger is live event, I want them going down to one path. Oh, I got to save first. It's a good point. So come in here and hit save. Go back and create if else because it wasn't there because I never saved it. So I'm going to put live event. Okay. Workflow trigger is live event. Add another branch, live, or I could just put VIP, right? Workflow trigger is VIP. Now I have two paths, right? If they go to the live event, first thing I always want to do is tag them. So I'll put live event. And usually the way I do events is I put live event, Nuno's event. And I name the event and I usually put a date. 2/15/2025. Boom, add. Okay. And I always put what the tag is. I'll just put live event. Notice I go back and I'm naming my tags. Then I come in here, I hit a little plus sign again, and I send my welcome email. I'm not going to write the email, but this is going to be welcome email. All right. I put something funny, whatever. Boom. All right. So that's my welcome email. From email is not valid. So I'll put user email, which is going to be me because I'm going to be the user. All right. So I have the welcome email, the live event, and I'm also going to do an SMS. SMS is super important for live events. SMS is super important for live events. I cannot stress that enough. And then I'm going to come over here and it will be a welcome email. Sorry, welcome SMS. And I'm going to label it too, welcome SMS. And then I would come in here, I would copy all actions from here. And guess what I'm going to do? Instead of live event, it's going to be the VIP version. So because I created everything on this side, I can come over here and hit live events, Nuno's events. Hey, add new tag. One thing I did forget to do is we're going to update the opportunity. Remember, I created this beautiful pipeline that I want to make sure we do. So if I come in here, I'm going to select the pipeline. We're looking for live event. Boom. Come in here. New registration for the new registration side. And I at least want to get the context name and the phone number. And then again, copy all actions, put it here. And then this time, instead of new registration, it goes upgraded to VIP. And I put a little VIP thing here so then I know. And I'm going to hit save. Right now, I'm going to come back and add more in here. But this will be the welcome email for VIPs. And then this will be the SMS for VIPs. And maybe the VIPs get in one day earlier. They get in a whole nother day of an event. Who knows? Or they get special access to the speakers. I mean, you can really go bananas in how you set this up. But now I have the two paths based on whatever they have in here, right? So this is all ready to go. But I am going to come back to this because I'm going to create a countdown and it's going to be different for live event for normal and different for VIP. So what I'm going to come over here in the same folder, so I don't need to do that. What I'm going to do now is create a workflow. I'm going to start from scratch again. L02 live event countdown, right? Not VIP, just a regular one. I'm not going to put a starting trigger, but I am going to do something called set event date and time. And because I know that my webinar is going to be in February 15th, not webinar, I'm sorry. My live event is going to be February 15th at 9 a.m. is when the registration opens. I'm going to hit save. And now this is my countdown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, but I'm going to do a special kind of wait. Instead of using the normal time delay, I'm going to use an event because I created an event date. And I'm going to say 10 days before, I'm going to start reminding people that, hey, the event's coming up, man. Make your plans. 10 days before. And notice, again, the wait is for the event start date and time. And then I would just send an email. I'm not going to send a text, but I am going to send an email going, hey, 10 days before. All right. And then here, XXX, whatever, you would write a 10 days before email. Then what's cool is because I need these two actions over and over again, I hit copy all actions from here. And now I want to do 6 days before. Okay. Save, change the emails to the 6 days before email. All right. Now I copy this again, all actions from here, drop it again. Now we're going to do 3 days. Notice I keep changing very small things. Go and write an email. And by the way, you can do this with ChatGPT. Just say, hey, write me a countdown sequence for this event and a 10-day countdown sequence. And you would just go through, boom, 3 days, copy all actions from here. Oops, something didn't work. Let's try that again. Copy all actions from here. Boom, same thing. Now we're going to do 1 day. And I mean, you could do as many days. Some people do 10, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. And the day of, you could do whatever you'd like with that. And honestly, I've seen everything work. It just really depends on how good your emails are. So this is going to be the 1 day before. And now the day of, all right, where it's just hours before, or let's say 1 hour before the event. Again, let's do this again. So if I come in here, copy, let's try that again. Copy all actions from here and copy the email. I'm going to take this and instead of 0, I'm going to put 1 hour before the event. This is going to be 1 hour before. Okay. Hit save. Here is where I'm going to do the text. Nope. SMS 1 hour before. Okay. And then literally at the time of start, I do it again. Wait, exact time. And then here, there's an exact time one. And I give a plus sign. And again, SMS. Again, the day of, I'm going to say we're starting. Now, remind you, it would be a lot more. We're starting. Please go to room, blah, blah, blah. Or please make sure you find your way here. If you're lost, go here, yada, yada, yada. I can do all of this to make it super easy, right? Now, I have that saved, but remember, I didn't have a starting trigger because the way I do it is everybody that's paid that is in this live event normal is going to be added to the countdown workflow. And the reason I do that is so then I don't have very long workflows. And if something's breaking in that automation, I can go and find. So if I do L02, notice how my event countdown comes down real quick. And I just say L02. So I know exactly which workflow it's going to when it gets to this part. All right, I'm going to save it again. I'm going to come back out. Now, normally the VIP would be a much different countdown, but for the sake of this example, I'm going to duplicate the workflow. I'm going to call it L02A, live countdown VIP, because maybe the countdown for the VIP, remember, they might start a day earlier. They might get access to the room before everybody else. They might get all these special benefits that the normal people that normally are going are not going to get access. So I would change this up for VIPs to be very focused on VIPs and making sure they have a much better experience. Maybe they get access to certain resources. Like I said, whatever you want to decide to do that, you can. Now, a lot of people will also do during the event, especially if it's a multiple day event, all the things that are coming at what times. Now, the only problem with that is if, let's say you have speakers, and let's say a speaker supposed to take an hour, they took 2 hours. Now your whole entire schedule is messed up. That's the only thing where the live event reminders can really screw you up. So you have two options there. One, you are in the tool, or one of your techs is in the tool, or somebody else is in the tool, sending blasts out, letting them know that there's been speaker changes, or, hey, it's not starting here. Now we're starting at 1. And you could send updates based on that and shut off the automated. But if you keep everything on time, you could just start creating automated reminders during it. So this is the countdown, right? Now, L03, one step we got to go back and do. We actually have to do 2 more steps. I'm going to go first in the live countdown because there was something we were supposed to do. In the countdown itself, we want to put people on the first email that they get. So if I go to opportunity, right? Remember, because we put the countdown in the opportunity. If I go to the live event, and the reason I do this is I want to make sure that nobody's left behind, because if they're left behind, they never made it to the automation. So I have a problem. So I'm going to go to countdown to event, and I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now it moves them to the live event. Remember, in my thing, they're all in this countdown. All right. Now I got to go back to my VIP and make sure they also get moved to that. But I got to make sure I label them to VIP. So if I come in here, wait 10 days before, and then when they get their first email opportunity, come in here to live event. In live event, go to countdown to event. Opportunity name is this, but I add the VIP so I can track who's in VIP. All right, now I hit save. Now remember, we're going to be going back to a few of these workflows because I'm saving them. I'm building the other ones out and then going back. On the registration page, remember, I have 2 paths. So I got to make sure that the people for VIP go in L0 to A. So I'm going to add to the workflow, All right, select, where are you? Live event VIP countdown. And I just want to make sure that they know it's L0 to A. Okay. And I hit save. Now that's rocking and rolling, right? So during the event, that's the exciting one. Like I said, you could shut it off at any point in time. If it gets a little unruly and wild, then you can just tell people, even if they're your customers, to do the same. So this is going to be L03, and this is going to be during event reminders. Okay. Again, no triggers, but again, I come in here, set event date, specific date and time. This is now going to be, again, the same date, 15. And if I have registration open at 9, that means the event's going to start at 10, usually. Right? So I have it starting at 10 o'clock, and same thing, SMS. I usually use SMS for this sort of stuff. We are starting room, I'm making up stuff, room 519, second floor, main building. Again, you can come up with like whatever you want, obviously. The other cool thing you can do, guys, little known trick, for people, let's make believe they got to go to a hotel. If you do Google Maps, come in here, grab Google Maps, type in McDonald's, obviously not McDonald's, but be whatever location. Right in here, you see this little tiny share button, copy the link, drop it in here, and it automatically, when they click that link, it will open up their Google Maps. That will, again, get them to the location that they got to be in, right? So you go ahead and hit save action, but you got to make sure that you put a wait before that, because the wait is going to be the exact time. So if I come over here, exact time, remember, always event. If you have a set event date, you always have to use an event start time, right? Exact time, boom. Now, make believe if this started at 10, at 12 o'clock is going to be lunch. So I do wait, exact point in time after 2 hours, right? 12 o'clock. And I'll just say 12 p.m. And then I send them where to grab lunch locations. All right, boom. Again, just to cheat, copy all actions from here. And this could be during event reminders, day 1, because you can break it up to days 2. Again, just to make things super easy. Day 1, I should say, right? Now, we did the 12 o'clock. Let's say now it's 3 o'clock break. Wait until 3 o'clock. I don't know how many hours that is. We're just going to say it's 6 hours from the start of the event, not from 12 o'clock, from the start of the event. All right, 3 p.m. break. Again, enjoy your break. All right, something like that. You can have it where Nuno's taking stage at 10 o'clock today. You have our guest speaker taking stage at 1 o'clock today. You can literally break it down and be as critical as you want. Again, it's just really all dependent on whatever is easier for the person. Again, it just really depends on what you're offering there. And then come in here And then at the close, sometimes people, have like dinners and stuff planned. You know what I'm saying? So you could say not exact time. You're going to do after. And let's say it's, I don't know, we did 5, 6, let's just say it's 8 hours after the event. Come in here and again, an SMS, dinner plans, something like that, right? Now, what's cool is I'm going to save this. I have during event reminders. Guess what's going to happen? If I come in here into my regular appointment reminders, whether VIP or regular, guess what I'm going to do after the regular, just to get to registration, add to workflow. Again, if you type in L03 during event reminders, look at that. Boom. And I say reminders day 1. Okay. Save. Come over here, go to VIP, do the same thing. Scroll all the way down, add to workflow, L03, reminders day 1. Now, again, if your VIPs are going to get a different kind of service, they're going to have early hours or whatever else, you would label that differently, right? You would create a VIP day 1 reminders and you would create normal people reminders based on when people get access to the VIP. That's why I have these two segregated for the essence of time and just kind of going through this today so you guys can see it. This is the way you would do it. And then you have your day reminders. That's what I'll do for day 2. Duplicate the workflow, L03A, day 2. Go back in and change everything. But guess what I'm going to do from day 1? Day 1, I'm going to come in here and at the end, guess what I'll do? Add to day 2. All right. So this is going to be L03A, L2. And I could say day 2. You see that? Super easy. And so forth and so on. As you keep recreating these, you would just keep passing in 1. Now, if you had day 1 reminders normal, day 1 reminders VIP, you would just send them accordingly to each of the things, right? And if during the event, that's the other thing I got to add. The second I hit the reminders day 1, right here, we should move the opportunity stage to, say, live event during event, okay? Hit save, and I would do the same thing for VIP. Well, it doesn't matter because everybody now is in this thing. And the reason I do that is because if anybody gets left behind, they either disengaged, they didn't come, or they're having a problem receiving the messages. This way I can immediately, troubleshoot quickly, especially at a live event, who's stuck where. So then I can go back and see, okay, crap, I got to go back. Something's wrong. Let me go figure out what it is, right? You keep it very organized this way. And trust me, like, I know that sounds crazy, but like during a live event, man, you gotta move. And if all of a sudden you're stuck because like all these people are having problems and you don't know what's launching, it becomes a significant problem. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to duplicate the workflow, L0B, and then it's going to be 3 final day. I hit create. And again, day 1 will lead into day 2. Day 2 will lead into day 3 at the end. So I'm going to come over here, add to workflow, L03. Day 2 should have been here. That's weird. Yeah, I should have said day whatever. Oh yeah, because we're in day 2. That's right. Okay. Boom. And then this is day 3. All right. Now day 3 is a little bit different. You send off. So your automations and your thank yous and your emails are going to go out. And then if you really want to follow up with people, which I think is great, you could do start from scratch, right? This is going to be the post L04 post event. Okay. Come in here. Again, no starting trigger because we're going to do day 3 is going to blend into here. And we're going to set event date. We'll know that after the event is going to say if it's a 3-day event and I had it February 14th, on the 17th, actually on the 18th, and not at 12 a.m., obviously. So we're going to do 12 p.m., right? That's would be a nice time during lunchtime to reach out. SMS, hope you got home okay. And I hope you love the event. Please leave us a review, something like that if you want. Or how was the instructions? Are you taking action or whatever? Or give me a review what you thought the event. Or if they bought something at the event, what you can do is, let's make believe somebody had to buy something at the event. Make believe you're selling a huge package or you're sending coaching or consulting for a year or something crazy, right? You could do an if else and is bought, and it would be based off of a tag. So contact details. Oh, let's try that again. Contact details, tag, spell right, includes customer. Then you just check on them. How's it going? What do you think? Are you taking action? If it's not a customer and like, yo, what's up? Why didn't you buy? So now you can have a very different experience from when people get home. And now you have a nurturing season for them to buy and just a nice sequence to check in on them on the left-hand side. And well, if you set an event date, just remember you always want to do like a wait. And because you're using an event wait, just hit an event appointment time and then you do exact time because I set it to 12 o'clock the next day. And notice that I use a lot of copy because like that, it's easy. Once I have like the emotion of this figured out, I know what to do. And then also don't forget to update the opportunity that they're in the post. So here they are. I go live, event, post event, boom. Come over here, copy, action, boom. And I can cater to VIP. I can do all this. I'll just add more conditions. If they have VIP, say this. If they don't have VIP and they didn't buy, say that, and so forth and so on. And that's technically it. Like, I mean, I'm doing like a speed run in here, but that's how you would build a live event funnel. And a digital, believe it or not, would be great. And you can do the same live reminders. You could do, everything, but just not having anything location based. And that's pretty much it.